Hey, Vintage. So I'm out here with my man Duane on our property for Vintage, the place we're looking to build in 2026. And so we're really excited about that. And we wanted to take some time and just give some general basics of what you need to know as we end the year in 2025 and go into 2026. As a reminder, we are looking to break ground in 2026 on our church property. And Duane's been working behind the scenes really for the last 10 months. So I wanted you to see his face and hear his voice. We talk about some of the things that are going on with our property, ways that you can get plugged in, ways that you can pray, and ways that you can get involved. So Duane, why don't you take a minute and just share with everyone, like you've been working for the last 10 months behind the scenes on this, kind of catch everybody up on where we are, what you've been doing, and what your thoughts are.
Yeah, we've really been working on a number of fronts, but one of them is to actually decide what do we need as a church. We can build something that's too small and not be happy with it. We can also bankrupt ourselves by trying to build something too big and too fancy, and we don't want to do either one of those things. I mean, so it's sort of a give and take discussion and process that we've been in, looking at different options for how to best leverage the property that you see behind us and how to build the right building that will accommodate us now, allow us to grow, and provide a platform for even more growth and more ministry opportunities on the property down the road. So we've been working on that. We have a design. We've been working with an architect that worked with us before. He's given us a design that I think is going to really work well for us. Steve and Randall and Ginger and I have been through that, and we continue to work on refining it. But we've really got something that we can work with at this point. Next steps for us there are we're going to engage a site engineering firm to help us decide where best to place that and how to lay out the entrance and exits and parking lots and other access roads that might be appropriate. One of the things we've decided that Steve and I have talked about and agreed on is we don't need all 48 acres. And in fact, the back half of the property actually has a significant amount of value to it. And so what we really need more than the extra 30 acres on the back is the money that 30 acres is worth. So we've been looking for options to partner with developers, sell it to a developer. To this point, we haven't actually gotten an offer for what we think the property is really worth. So we're working on a couple of other options to develop the property. Don't want to go into that today, but more details to follow on that. Another thing that we've been looking at is how do we build it? Who do we get to build it? We've been talking with a really big firm that we have a friendship relationship with in Athens. We're probably going to do something with them, maybe in the way of engaging them as an owner's representative to work with a local contractor to build it. And we'll start the process of interviewing and ultimately selecting a contractor from the interviews in early 2026. Let's talk a little bit about money, funding. So, can we actually do this? Well, my answer is yes. And I really believe that. We've worked for the past several months to make sure that we had a plan that holds water, as they say. We have about $1 million in the bank right now. That's monies that have been given in a previous generosity campaign that we did. That they're earmarked for the property, and so we're going to tap into those. We have in the back portion of our property about $800,000 to $1 million of value, and so we'll tap into that as well. A third thing that you should be expecting in 2026 is that we will do a generosity initiative within the church, and you'll hear more about that, but it will be a multi-year campaign, not 5 years, because we have to have something sooner than that, but somewhere in the next 24 to 36 months, a campaign to raise some additional monies. And then the final piece of the puzzle from a financial perspective is a loan And again, it's important that we not overdo it, but we're looking at a loan that will cost us roughly the same amount of money per month as we currently pay for rent. So I'm 100% confident that we can afford that. And I don't want to go beyond what we can afford at this point in time. The other thing I should say is, as we've worked with our architect, we've also designed for future expansion. And so we'll factor that in. But this is going to cost us about $5 million to do, just so you know. And we're going to probably look at our loan around $2 million. So we've got $1 million. We need to monetize our property on the back for close to $1 million, and we'll be looking to raise in excess of $1 million in a generosity campaign that will run starting in 2026.
So I feel good about this, and recognizing that Duane's been working on this, our executive leadership team has been involved in the process the entire time, giving their input, asking questions. The people that we're working with, we feel really confident with, having a great relationship with. And I will say, as we look forward into the year, in January, we'll have a sit down with like a family conversation about this, just talking all about what's going on, letting you ask your questions. We recognize a lot of you have questions, a lot of you have been part of these initiatives in the past, and we recognize, hey, for you to be involved, you have some input that you want to have. We're looking forward to that. So with that in mind, again, thankful for this opportunity, thankful for Duane being engaged, thankful for our leadership team being involved, yes. Looking forward to that. As you look towards the end of the year, just recognizing, again, our year-end giving is 100% going towards the life of Vintage, with the goal of reaching our budget number, so that when we work with these banks, right, for our loan, they'll see that we are a church that can reach our budget number, and they will be more apt to work with us. So again, thank you for all that you do in the life of Vintage. Thank you for your generosity. Thank you for your giving. We are grateful to be in family with you guys. We love you, and we hope you guys have a great holiday season, and we'll see you all soon.
Merry Christmas.